Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Ntilikina. No good with a layup. Defended by Jones. He gets it in there. Here's Ntilikina. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. You'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Bonga missing. Lets it go. Jones grabs the board.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. We played just over a minute here in the first. They set a pick. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Down low. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Over to the left wing. From outside, off the mark. To the left side wing. Here's Bonga. And the layup is good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And there's the screen. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Jones. From downtown, sinks the tray.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Defended by Jones. Into the lane. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. No good at the rim.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Offensive board. Another shot. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. The shot no good. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's Bunga. Still no points. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Bunga. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And he dunks it down.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right side Jones. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Jones has got 5 points.
And I absolutely love the attack mentality, even with the bigger defender on him.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Here's Bunga. And he drives in. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Ntilikina sensing when one of his guys was not covered, and then he found him.
Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. 6 points for him.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. They're up by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter. Man, this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Beyond the arc. And he can't get that one. To the paint. Now Pokashevsky. With the teardrop. And the basket is good.
And this is good for Poku, being able to take contact and still get the job done.
Here's Nedovic. To the middle. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Back to Pokashevsky. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Pokashevsky's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Knocks down the long J.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Washington's shot is good. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Here's the pick. Here's Nedovic. No good on the 3. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 5.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Knocks down the triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Pokashevsky. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Pokashevsky's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Nedovic. The quick look, no good that time. It's a close game here in LA. It's Pokusevski on the wing. Uncovered. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense. Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. That one drops for him.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
1:09 left in the first half. Count that one. Pokusevski's got 9.
His inside game is improving since he came into the league, and Poku does have some good footwork in the paint.
46 seconds left in the second. Boom! He jams it straight down.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Picked by Pokusevski. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I said before, the layup, when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Washington outside. With 2 seconds left. And he lays it up and in. Washington's got 4 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They're up by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
You take a look at the visitors. They don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road. Kind of like...
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the visiting team. That does it for halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game. Great performance by Alexei Pokusevski.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Give him 8 points now.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Out to the right wing. Here's Bonga. 5 points in the game. Driving to the basket. Fires for 3. He can't hit that time. Bonga has gone 2 of 5 tonight. Offline with a 3. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Jacks up a 3, and the three-pointer goes.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
They set the pick. Pulls it. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. To the inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Oh, they pick off the pass. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And the shot goes in.
Ntilikina can make some noise around the rim at that size.
Defended by Jones. To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Brown. On the break. The three is up. Buries it from three. He's got 11.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, no one's on you, great shot there.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good.
Jones, 2 shots.
Jones hits them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Ball stolen. And they're on the break for the finish. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
It's rebounded by Ntilikina. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Bonga gets the bucket.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And there's a pick to halt the run. And that one's good.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Here's Ntilikina. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Way to go, Ntilikina, rising up that time, and it's 6-6. It makes it look easy.
Defended by Jones. There's the three. The rebound by Bonga.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Pass to Jones. 5 to shoot. Let's go with a three. That shot off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
It's rebounded by Ntilikina.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
And there's the screen. Bonga on target from range. Bonga's got 13.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Down low. And he slams it in one-handed.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 17. After a quick... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
They get it back. Tries again. Here's Pokashevsky. Shots blocked. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Shoots. To the right side. Here's Nedovic. No good from outside. Washington outside. Here's Pokashevsky. No good with the triple. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Nedovic. Gets the three to fall.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Now here's Washington. He's closely guarded. Here he goes. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Incredible. I mean, this is the NBA. The defense needs to be much better.
He doesn't slam it often, but the D can't take him lightly, or he will.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that are still aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers. But with all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor, teams are getting smarter and smarter.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Outside Jones. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. No good. Unable to win this run.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
The three is up. Can't hit that one. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. .149 left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
They set the pick. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And that goes out of bounds. Now keep possession.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Takes it inside. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts. 1:05 left in the final quarter. Defended by Jones. Three-pointer. It's deflected. And he gets it back.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. 46 seconds left in the final quarter. Ooh, poked away.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
"17 seconds left in the fourth. Clock at 6. Top of the key jumper, no good. Launches a 3. The shot that time not on target. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Parker. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Vesely in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he sinks the second. The visitors with the ball.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Driving the lane, lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely, misses in close. Covered by Parker. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Satoransky. He's covered closely. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
It looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
Pass to Cannon. Unloads. Offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. It's deflected. Now here's Satoransky. Guarded closely. And a miss there on the triple. Satoransky's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Cannon. Six to shoot. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. From 13 feet, it goes down.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Driving in. Satoransky grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
For 3. Out to Parker for the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
There's the screen.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. From deep three-point land, misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. Pass to Cannon. This one for three. Not going to go that time.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Sinks the triple. He's got 5.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Cannon, still without a basket. 56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Will it go? Got a hand on it. Parker with it. From outside the arc. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Parker with the steal. Pass to Hernan Gomez from the arc. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Covered by Parker.
Away team foul. Vessel. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Six seconds left in the first. Rebound by Parker. That shot missing. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Medu is out there with Fall. And there's Anderson. And it's Abrinas in at the 2 guard.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Kolinic, he's covered by Anderson. Down low. Comes up empty down low.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time, and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Dos Santos to the left wing. Here's Mitrovic.
Away team foul. Rocco Beater. First personal foul. First team foul. Ball is turned over. Away team ball.
Here's Laprovitola. Pass to Abrinas. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Abrinas has got his first 3 points of the game.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Here's Nedovic. Nothing on the board. He takes it in. Good work there as it goes. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Laprovitola. No good with the layup. Kalinic from outside off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The layup off target. Dos Santos. He's covered by Anderson. The shot from the low post is good.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Aprinas. Off target from outside. And here's the fast break.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Dos Santos. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. There's 1:38 left in the first half of the game. Aprinas, the pass to Laprovitola.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
There's 1:34 left now here in the second. Here's Mitrovic. That one falls.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
To the wing right side. Here's Aprinas with the shot. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Aprinas has got 5 points so far. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Dos Santos hands it from downtown.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Aprinas. He's got 5. High post try. That shot off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
There's a good screen. And Nedovic kicks to Bollenboy. And he dunks it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Laprovitola. Rebounded by Bollenboy.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Mitrovic. Kalinic. Drops in the tray. 6 seconds left here in the second. Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me. I'm just going to take it easy.
All right, and next on the docket, our current matchup, a tight game for the home team.
This is some retro.
And that is...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here is Satoransky. No good with the elbow jumper.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
We've got Satoransky. Parker out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Vesely in at the center. There's the triple. Second chance effort. He lays it in. Vesely's got his first points in this one.
A really good way to get your first points of the half with a rugged play on the backboard.
Exactly. He's playing aggressively right away here in the second half.
We've got Hernan Gomez. He's out there with Parker. And it's Vesely in at the 5 down low. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. It's good. It's a close game here in L.A. They set the pick. Connects from three-point range. He's got 6.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good. This game is all even. Vesely's got 6 here in this quarter.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Parker with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Back to Hernan Gomez. Knocks it loose.
2 minutes.
Clock at 6. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Shot clock at 5. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. 1:46 left in the third. Off on the layup. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense, no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
1:05 left to play here in the third. No good.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And so Cannon nails both of them. Knocked away. Here's Abrinas. He's got 5. Fires for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Abrinas has got his third basket of the night.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Here's Cannon. It's blocked. 5 on the clock. Off target at the rim. Gets it off. That shot, no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. They lead by 4. And 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. If a 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
They've got Fall. Medu is out there with Anderson. And it's Abrinas in at the 2. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Anderson. They swipe it. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Nedovic, the pass to Bollenboy. Out to the right wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So it's the visitors now. 8-point game. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. The shot's good from Latro Vitola.
And defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's the screen. Here's Mitrovic. Kalinic. And there it is for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. And the shot goes down.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Nedovic. Kalinic, defended by Anderson. Kalinic. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 7 rebounds in the game. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Here's Latro Vitola. Right through the cylinder that time. All net. Latro Vitola's got 5 points now this quarter. Dos Santos. No good on the triple. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
At the line for the away team, Abrinas. Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Parker with no one around. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hernan Gomez covering. They set the pick. Going inside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
No good on the three. from past the arc. He's off on that one.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
The long distance three is buried.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Satoransky, drills the three-pointer.
Oh, you got to love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Guys, intensity turned up at its highest level. A perimeter bomb fest going on right now.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Cannon. And here we go. Satoransky looking around. Here he goes. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
To the inside. Yes!
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Cannon, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So the wing on the left launches it. He can't get that one. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was a fantastic ball game.
Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a close in style. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Parker in at the small forward position. And that one drops. Jones with the ball. Blocked. Oh, they get a hand on it. Second chance shot. Bonga gets the bucket.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
There's the drive. That one's good for two.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Bonga. From the arc. Connects from downtown. Bonga's got 5 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Defended by Jones. Count the basket.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. It's blocked. Here's Metu. Defended by Jones. Inside. Here's Parker. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Here's Bonga. He's got 5. Pass to Ntilikina. He's driving inside, and he dunks it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
Here's Bonga. That three's off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Stolen by Jones. On the wing, Jones. Drills it from deep.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
To the wing on the left. Defended by Jones. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter here. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Ntilikina. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Satoransky drains the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Jones. No made baskets yet. 1:05 left in the first. Satoransky left side. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. Down low. He makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Satoransky outside. No good with the elbow jumper.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one's off.
Cody, 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jones feels it out. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Pure from three-point range. Now Satoransky. He got it up. And that's not going to go. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 7. And the second quarter about. Let's get you back to the action on the floor as the New Year's Eve festivities continue. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Now here's Washington. He's guarded closely. Pass to Pokashevsky. Fires the 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. He's guarded by Washington. Hernan Gomez with it. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And just using the size advantage he has. I mean, he can easily see over the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
He's guarded by Washington. To the inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pokashevsky in the post. Hernan Gomez there. Pokashevsky the miss. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. And the 3 off target. Pass to Lundberg. Back to Pokashevsky. Fires from deep. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Here's Vesely. Pokashevsky brings the double team. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And here's Hernan Gomez. Yet to see a basket. It's Anderson on the wing. Gets the 3 ball to go.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Washington drives in. And he lays it up and in.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Vesely. Pulls up, high post. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. 6 points for him.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Out left to the wing. Here's Lundberg. Three-pointer. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Washington. There's the drive, and Washington powers it through. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He puts up a 3. Counted from distance. Hernan Gomez has got 5 points now this quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks. They keep capturing the lead and giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. Pokashevsky's got 5 now.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
The 3 ball nails it from beyond the arc.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The 3, good. 3rd basket in 6 attempts.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Driving to the basket, and he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5. Now here's Washington. 6 points for him. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the lay-in. Give him 8 points now.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Defended by Jones. Shot is up. Jones grabs the board.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Fall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's the 3. Unable to get that one. Ntilikina's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Now Satoransky. Defended by Jones. And the shot goes down.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Parker in at the 3 spot.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And they get it back. And good. Coming on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists now in this one. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Fall in at the center position, locking down the middle. The offensive rebound. Pass to Ntilikina. Puts up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Ntilikina's got his second basket of the night.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Jones laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Defended by Jones. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
Both shots good from the stripe. A tight one here in New York City. The 3. And he jams it home with authority.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Kept alive. And Fall gets it to go. Fall's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Outside Jones. Lets it go from deep. And Metu pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Satoransky with it. He's picked up by Jones. Pass to Parker. And here's Satoransky. Just 5 to shoot. Over Jones. Shot's good by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 5 now. A minute 31 left in the third quarter. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And that one is stuffed right through.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. The shot, no good.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Here's Bonga. Parker defending. Puts up a 3. And Parker pulls it down. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Gets the 3 to fall. Parker's got 5 points in the quarter. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
20 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He has 7.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Leading by a point. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Chemezi Metu, and it's Parker in at the 3 slot. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
It's intercepted. On the break. He's guarded by Washington. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. For 3. Offensive board. There's the 3. Counted from distance. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Here's Anderson. The rebound by Lundberg.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
6 on the shot clock. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Pokashevsky. This one for 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Lundberg. Right wing. 3 on the clock. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. They need this. Good.
And they have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Anderson covers. Pokashevsky with it. Going inside. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Vesely. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter here. Doesn't go for him. Washington right side. Anderson covers. It's Pokashevsky on the wing.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Jones from outside. Pass to Bonga. 5 on the clock. From downtown, sinks it from distance.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Defended by Jones. Here's the three. Sinks the tray.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
It's stolen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over. Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA.
To what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. There's the pick. Here's Bunga. Drills it from outside.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Pass to Cannon. Lets it go with a three. Traps in the tray.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. For the three. And rebounded by Davies.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Bunga. That's in the short one. Bunga's got 7 points in the game.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
There's the pick. There's Cannon with the three. Another shot. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Jones, the pass to Davies. Back to Jones. Lets it go from deep. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Wasted no time on that one. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Ntilikina kicks to Jones. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. It's up a three. Buries it from three-point range.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
3-pointers off the mark. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. And the shot goes in.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Cannon. They set the screen. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And here's Jones. Just over.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. That one goes in.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Ntilikina. Lays it up off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
3-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball. He has 7.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
There's a screen. There's Cannon with the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Third team foul. Ryan, first personal foul, first team foul.
19 seconds left to play here in the first. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Yeah, big time height advantage there, and then he does not mess around. Good recognition to take it right at him.
Here's Bunga. Good if it goes. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Nedovic, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
A tight game here in New York. Here's Mitrovic. Takes the three. That shot is off. Here's Lundberg. Out to the wing. And he makes good on the layup.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Boy. Second chance shot. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. To the middle. Back to Pokusevski. Sinks the triple. Pokusevski's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And this will be more and more a part of his game, the more efficient he gets. Pokusevski, a big who can shoot it.
Dos Santos, he's covered by Washington. Shot clock at 6. Dos Santos, and he gets the bucket. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now, here's Washington. He's guarded close. Missed inside.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Pass to Nedovic. The three. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Nedovic has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pokusevski with the ball. And it's good, 2 points. Pokusevski's got 5.
Well, Pokusevski looking really confident on the interior, doing a nice job using his size to his advantage.
Dos Santos, he's covered by Washington. Dos Santos, a three-pointer is right on target. He has 5.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Lundberg. Rebounded by Boy.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Pokusevski grabs the miss.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, sometimes when you're 7-foot-tall folks, dunking is easy. Mr. Pokusevski in prime position.
Here's Nedovic. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Nedovic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
The trade. The shot. No good. Kalinic buries the long-range jumper.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Now, here's Washington. Defense is right there, and the shot goes in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. "20 seconds left in the first half. There's the pick. Now, Pokusevski. He's got 7. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Kalinic. No dice from 9 feet out.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Well, I think for the home team, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away. But do not sleep.
And now let's talk about that first half. What a battle it's been for the home team.
They've been choosy.
Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Jones is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Bonga in at the 3. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. It's good. 11 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
They set the screen. That one, no good. Cannon looking over the floor. Beyond the arc. Davies grabs the miss. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And the 3 ball is good.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the 3-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. It's tipped. Good on the 3-point shot.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Now here's Jones. Tight defense on him. Lets a floater go. Here's Cannon, defended by Jones. They get the rebound, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. The visitors with the ball. 4-point game. Into the lane. 6 to shoot. Kept alive. Inside. They shoot again. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Here's Ntilikina. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Bonga, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
There's the pick. There's Cannon with the 3. Out to the right wing. And it's off from 3-point range. To the right side. To the paint. Davies. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Here's Davies. He has 5. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Takes a 3. It doesn't go for him. Here's Bonga. Good on the triple. Bonga's got 10.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Launches a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's the three. And here comes the break. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And here they come. On the basket by Jones. He has 7.
Well, the Belgian native with the nice dime. Frank Ntilikina getting better as a distributor.
There's Cannon with the 3. Shot to stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jones. Pass to Davies. A 3 ball. No good on that one. And they're running from downtown, and it ends up out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. 9 seconds left to play in the third. And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Bonga. Right wing, the 3. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. They're up by 7. And we're just... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Coach is not happy with that 3-point battle. He told his team we're down because they're making more threes than us. We have to defend the line if we're not making them at the other end. Guys?
Thank you, David. To the middle. Here's Mitrovic. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. The shot's good from Nedovic.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
They set the pick. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
To the inside. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Nedovic. There's the 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
And there aren't many players more reliable from 3-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
With the drive, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Dos Santos, he's covered by Washington. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Tipped away. Fires from deep. Bonga pulls it in.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
For three. That one, no good. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Cannon. Got a piece of it. And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth. Lets it go from the wing. The shot missing.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Pass to Bonga. Here's Davies. Bonga deciding where to go with it. No good from outside.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
They get it back. Second shot opportunity, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And so he hits both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Here's Bonga. Shoots the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Bonga's gotten 5 of his 9 attempts to go. They set the pick. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This one for 3. Ntilikina with the rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And he drives in. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Bonga. Fires the three. Cans it from downtown. Stolen. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability.
Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
It's hauled in by Fall. Now Satoransky. They set the screen to the paint. They swipe it. Out to the wing. Fires in the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The shot no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And this is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And having a man of his talents in the small forward position gives them so many options. On both ends of the floor, he's able to swoop in and provide his team with just about anything they need.
Soft touch off the glass. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Parker defending. Let's go with a three. Knocks down the triple.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
There's a screen. Here he goes. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Covered by Satoransky. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
There's a screen by Metu. Launches it. Satoransky shot is off. Satoransky pulls it in. In transition. Here's Parker. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Oh, deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. And he goes in for the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Satoransky, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly, that was their game plan coming in.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. For 3, and he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
Good on both. To the middle. It's picked off. Pass to Metu. That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. They're up by 1. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And there's the drive. Drops in the layup for 2.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Lets it go from 14. Yes, on the jumper. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
The play will be reviewed. 2 minutes allowed to review the play.
Game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to open.
Oh! Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Off target with the 3. Takes a 3. No good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
That's tipped. On Tuesday and then on Sunday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Here's Vesely. Goes up at the stripe, and he comes up with a bucket. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
From behind the arc. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. On the take. Yep, that one goes. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 3. Here's Nedovic. No points so far. Anderson covers. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
Missed inside. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Here's Vesely. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Here's Teodosic. From outside the arc. That shot off.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
No good again that time. Minute 32 left to play in the second quarter. Drives to the hoop. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Nedovic. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Teodosic. Second chance effort. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Inside. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Puts it up. The shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
The shot comes out. Teodosic. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Leading by 6. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
This game won't stay close. They continue to shoot under 40%. Move the ball, man. Create a high-quality look.
All right, fellas. And that's a wrap on.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Takes the 3. He buries it from 3. Satoransky's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Satoransky's got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And the layup is good off the glass.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. And it's good. 2 points. Satoransky's got 9.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
To the left side wing. Parker defending. Shot clock at 5. Takes it inside. And a two-handed jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Pass to Metu. Fires the 3. The shot misses. One-handed slam.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Satoransky with it. He's got 9. The layup off target. Parker defending to the wing, right side. Fires it. finish it off. A beauty.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this. Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Shoots. Jump shot is good that time. He's got 5.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Satoransky outside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. Satoransky's gotten all but 1 to fall. He's 5 of 6 now.
First personal foul, first team foul.
1:51 left in the third quarter. Six to shoot. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant 1. Unnecessary contact.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. 1 more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. They set a pick. No luck on that one. Here's Vesely. Fires from 14, and the jumper is good.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
Plenty of space, and he gets it to go. He's got 11.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And he makes the first.
Shooting for the away team.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 32 seconds left in the third quarter here. Great look there, but off target.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Driving in, blocked. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Up by 2. And all right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
And Allie, thanks. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. Here's Nedovic. Lets the 3 fly. On target from range.
And they're shooting with much more confidence here in the second half. The field goal percentage is now over 50%.
Here's Vesely. Count it. Good.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Here's Nedovic. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
First personal foul.
Here's Vesely. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And he gets that one.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
The three. Anderson pulls it down. Score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, my. That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Satoransky. The steal. The three is up. He drops it from range.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. A deep three. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field.
Questionable shot selection on that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's the pick. And he drives in. And there's the rejection. A minute 42 left in the fourth. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Sinks that one from the post.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
A minute 20 left to play in the fourth quarter. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Over to the wing. There's the screen. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Goes up on the wing. .41 seconds left in the game. It's hauled in by Fall. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. No good on the triple.
Home team foul. Jemezi Neti. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Fires from deep. Hits the three-pointer.
3 points.
Here's Parker. Oh, drains the 19-footer. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Three-pointer. Off the mark. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down,
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Jones, and it's Bonga in at the small forward position. Pass to Davies. From outside the arc. Outside, Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Davies. All sorts of time. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Oh, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Defended by Jones. Fires away from way outside. The shot comes out. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team
Nice
foul.
work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Ntilikina can't hit.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Parker passes to Hernan Gomez. Defended by Jones. Misses the 3.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Ntilikina kicks to Davies. And he jams it with authority.
Ntilikina sensing when one of his guys was not covered, and then he found him.
Pass to Fall. 3-pointer. And rebounded by Davies. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Fall. Satoransky looking around. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Parker. It's good from long range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Still yet to score. And as we march through the end of March, a chance now to look through the power rankings. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
When you look at this visiting team, they've been fighting through some things, pushing to find answers. But they do remain a dangerous team that others probably still fear playing. And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Davies. Here's Ntilikina. Hernan Gomez covering. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 51 seconds left to play in the first. Jacks up a 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Davies kicks to Jones. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the wing on the left. From the arc. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start. They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Bonga, no good.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Nailed from three-point land.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Substitution on the court.
And that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. They're up by 6. And we'll get the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Here's Abrinas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Okushevsky with the ball. Pass to Lundberg. Defended by Anderson. Here's Pakusevsky. Drains it from beyond the arc.
How about the 7-footer out there knocking down threes? Poku from distance.
Here's Laprovitola. He's covered by Washington. Laprovitola, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Laprovitola. And again, unable to change momentum here. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
And Poku does not have far to go to jam it down.
There's the screen. Pass to Vesely. Hits the target from 18 feet. Here's Washington. Here's Lundberg. Now Pokushevsky. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Abrinas with a rebound. Here's Laprovitola. Scoreless thus far. No good with the triple. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Catching the lead pass at full speed. Terrific anticipation. And the delivery on time, on target.
Here's Laprovitola. He's covered by Washington. Down low. Vesely kicks to Abrinas. Pass to Vesely from deep. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Lundberg.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first half of basketball.
About the drive from Pokushevsky, showing how agile and dangerous the big man can be.
Pakusevsky's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Here's Laprovitola. He's covered by Washington. Pass to Medu. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Medu's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Pakusevsky to the left side wing. Here's Lundberg. Still scoreless. A three-pointer is right on target.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Pass to Laprovitola. Back to Abrinas. Lets the three fly. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now Pokusevski. He's got 11. Good on the three-point shot. Pokusevski's got 14 points for the game.
And Poku has everything clicking here tonight.
Pass to Medu. Here's Laprovitola. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And here's Anderson. Three-pointer. No good that time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the visiting team.
Their offense is running.
Thank you for being with us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Hernan Gomez out there with Parker, and it's Fall in at the 5 down low. The shot's good. Jones has got his first basket.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
We've got Ntilikina. He's out there with Jones, and it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. Off target with his 3.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Jones kicks to Davis. Back to Jones. Pass to Ntilikina. There's the 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fires from the wing. Doesn't go for him.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Here's Bonga, and there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now here's Satoransky. Nothing on the board.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Hernan Gomez covering. Launches a 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his second rebound here tonight. The 3. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 13.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Jones, no luck.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4. Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
They get a hand on it. And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Drives to the hoop, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Ntilikina wanting to be assertive, and the coaching staff encouraging that kind of play.
Defended by Jones. Launches it. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Bunga. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Defended by Jones. And there's the call on Jones. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
1:58 left in the third. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Bunga, covered by Parker. Bunga, the pass to Davies. Right side, Jones. Clock at 6. Here's Bunga, covered by Parker. Pushing it up. Banked in off the glass. He's got 18.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Jones. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jones has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Abrinas. Davies grabs the miss. Abrinas has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's the screen. Here's Bunga. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. For 3, it's good from long range. Bunga's got 5 now.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
4th team foul.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Washington with it. Pass to Pakusevsky. 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Puts up a deep 3. They grab their own miss. Count that one.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
The third quarter comes to a close. They lead by 6. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Anderson is out there with Medu, and it's Abrinas in at the 2-guard spot. He's covered by Anderson. There's the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Laprovitola. Pass to Abrinas. Now, here's Vesely. The shot, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Now, Pokusevski takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And Poku holding nothing back for this and one opportunity.
First team foul.
That's good from Pokusevski. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Vesely. Fade away. It goes straight through with the switch.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Fires the three. That one's not going to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
There's a good screen. Here's Laprovitola. Trains the three-pointer. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Over to the wing. Here's Pokusevski. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. From outside the arc, Pokusevski grabs the miss. Pokusevski's got his 5th rebound in this one.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Lundberg. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Washington against Satoransky. Washington, that's good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Hernan Gomez a screen. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Pokusevski. Hernan Gomez covering. And they're moving it up. And he makes that one. He's got 20.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Sinks the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Tries a 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Washington passes to Pokusevski. Takes a 3. Rebound by Parker. Not a lot of time to get this one back under control.
No, they need to do their work quickly from here on out.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pokusevski. Bangs home the trifecta.
Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight, it's going to come in a win.
Sloan. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. and they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Covered by Parker. Beyond the arc. He can't get it to go. And so the road team gets the W in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...